writer tings. Hey yo, and welcome back to my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things. This week I'm talking about Dope Tropes of Mystery, which, remember, my disclaimer, these are based on my personal preferences and opinions. Onward to the video. A red herring is essentially a well-planned decoy when there are enough clues to lure attention away from the true suspect. Fun fact, this is named after a training technique for hunting dogs in which they would use an actual red herring fish and drag it through the woods to create a false trail for the dogs to learn to ignore in favor of tracking their actual target. Some of the best red herrings that I've seen actually seem more plausible than the real suspect themselves. But there does still need to be enough evidence to pin it on the actual guilty party. I love red herrings because they add a layer to the mystery, and I'm like, is it a red herring? Am I seeing through the red herring? Have I solved it, or am I being fooled? I really love solving mysteries and puzzles, so I appreciate a well-done red herring. An obvious choice might seem counterintuitive to the whole I love solving mysteries thing, but in reality, an obvious choice can be just as or more misleading than a red herring, because it's like, it's just too obvious, right? It can't be that. That can't be the answer. It's just too out there. So it leaves me trying to figure out, is this the obvious choice, or what other answers could it be? And I'm looking for clues, trying to find foreshadowing, trying to see if there are any red herrings or any other options that it could be. We watched a movie recently. I can't remember what the movie was called, but the whole movie I was sitting there going, it can't be that one person because it's just way too obvious. It has to be something else. But it was them by the end of it, and I just really enjoy that back and forth. It makes watching it exciting for me. A lot of times I can figure out the general plot or twist of a movie within like 5 or 10 minutes of the movie, which bugs my husband to no end, but it is what it is. So when I can have a mystery or something that really makes me work to solve it or constantly doubt if I solved it, I just really enjoy that rush that I get from it. Neither of the first two tropes can properly exist without the wonderful, amazing, fabulous even, breadcrumbs, the clues and hints that lead us, the viewers, to the suspect and let us solve the mystery on our own before the narrative confirms that we're right or tells us that we are wrong. Sam, breadcrumbs are like a staple of the mystery, right? Like, you can't have a mystery without breadcrumbs. Well, random Sam from the other side of the screen, let me tell you, no, there are a lot of mysteries now that do not offer the viewers any actual hints or foreshadowing or breadcrumbs or clues whatsoever to solve the mystery because for some reason they don't think we want to solve the mystery on our own. Which, if you're into those mysteries, that's cool. I can enjoy them, but it's just, I prefer having the breadcrumbs, and thus I really love and appreciate every little crumb of bread that I am given. And this is why breadcrumbs are probably my #1 top favorite mystery trope, and I'm okay with that. I am a well of excitement, joy, and love. There's plenty of emotions for all of my dope tropes. If you've seen my Dope Tropes of Fantasy, or just been around for any of the live streams where mentors are brought up, I enjoy a well-done mentor trope. Thus, it probably comes as no surprise that I would enjoy the eccentric partner and rookie partner trope. This trope is more common in the crime genres than it is in the mystery ones, but I mean, what is a crime TV show or a crime book series if not just a series of whodunit mysteries, right? Thus, I really enjoy and love when we have an well-adjusted but eccentric veteran who can't really keep a partner since their old partner died because like nobody can really adjust to their eccentricities. And then we get this new rookie partner who figures it out. And something about the rookie one intrigues the mentor into deciding to keep him around and take him under their wing. The rookie can go either way, either instantly respecting the veteran and being like, it's worth it to figure out how to handle their eccentricities, or they're kind of like, why me? Who put me here? Why did they put me here? Am I going to perish? Over time, of course, they form a strong bond and even become family. Sometimes there's an entire team that they work with that really likes to either tease the rookie at first or welcomes them in completely and is like, you'll get it, you'll hang in there. And then I got a giant found family of mystery detectives. As much as I love that, though, I'm mostly here for eccentric veteran detective and rookie, I don't know what the fuck I signed up for. So, like, according to fiction, evidence is really key to convicting someone. We're just gonna go with that for the moment. We've gotten through the mystery. We know who did it, the detective knows who did it, several other people know who did it, but we don't have any hard-hitting evidence to prove what went on. And perhaps our antagonist has decided that the detective is a loose thread that needs to be dealt with. A final conversation is, of course, necessary. After all, our criminal mastermind needs somebody to appreciate their perfect crime. And the detective is able to, keep them talking, just be like, oh yeah, I know, you did this with this, and you manipulated this other thing. And the criminal is like, maybe. And then what's this? The detective says that they have evidence to prove the crime that they've sent into the authorities already. The next part can, of course, go down a few ways, but what is important is that the criminal both confesses and threatens the detective's life. And then, what's this? The authorities come from behind that door because they were waiting there the whole time for the detective to bluff a confession out of the criminal. I didn't say my favorite tropes were rooted in realism, but I really enjoy it. I like seeing the bad guys get their comeuppance. Some of my favorite bonding moments happen during stakeouts, which can be a great narrative tool to showcase the dynamic between partners, deal with or increase tensions in the relationship, or just give a general nice pause in the action. I really enjoy them because they are such a natural pause in the story to create those character interactions. Maybe we dive deeper into one of their past or addressed an issue we've been foreshadowing up until this point. Or we can also fuck with readers and create even more tension or what does, because right as they are about to talk about the important thing, or right as they're about to confess something, oh, we can't right now because our stakeout target is on the move and we gotta go chase them down. And then I'm sitting here torn like, wait, I know we gotta go follow the bad guy, but also, what traumatic event were you about to confess to? I need to know, did you kill somebody? Did someone murder someone in front of you? What's going on? As long as the characters aren't boring as fuck, I really enjoy just letting the characters interact with each other. Shock and surprise to everybody, but Clue was one of my favorite board games as a kid. Shit, it's still one of my favorite board games. 10 Little Murders is when somebody dies and a bunch of people are called together and one of them's the murderer, but we don't know who, and they might kill somebody else by the end of the story. While this can be done seriously with a lot of tension, it's usually not. It's usually a fun cheese fest that I am 100% here for. Because no matter the tone of the story, I'm going to be provided with tons of evidence, a lot of breadcrumbs, and so much dirty laundry in order to figure out who done it. So I'm either in for a fun time with a lot of chuckles and laughing, or a dark, serious, thriller-esque adventure. Both of which very much appeal to me. This trope is generally supposed to be a plot twist. We take 10 little murderers and we add in a PI who doesn't actually know who hired them. Everything goes along as normal and then, gosh, what is this? The murder victim was alive the whole time! And they hired the PI to figure out who it was that murdered them? There can be some variations on this trope, such as The murder victim was blackmailing other people and nobody knew who the blackmailer was, so now the murder victim gets to pretend to be a hired PI to do whatever they wanted to do with the information of who's trying to kill them. Or maybe they were an anonymous benefactor who was funding most of these people's lives, and now they're trying to figure out who deserves it and who doesn't deserve it. But whatever the variation, the point is the murder victim is in fact not dead, and now they know who was trying to screw them over and kill them. Which, there's a satisfaction that comes out of that. On the other hand, sometimes the plot line makes it really hard to care about the murder victim because they were an asshole in every single way. Everyone has a motive and possibly a means to have murdered our asshole victim. Maybe we kinda even don't want the murderer to be found. Why would I like this trope then, we wonder? Well, you see, this trope is usually accompanied by a character that is a cinnamon roll who the asshole murder victim was actually not an asshole to. And the asshole left the entirety of their fortune to our cinnamon roll. But, the asshole may not have had the most up and up friends, and they were an asshole. The other people who want the money may also be assholes, and now our cinnamon roll's life might be in danger, and the detective has to figure out who did it to protect them. Which, spoiler alert, the detective wins, everybody's dirty laundry is aired, the murderer goes to jail, the cinnamon roll now has a fortune to live out their life comfortably, and it's a happy ending. Well, as we all know, I love me some happy endings. Alright everybody, that's all I got for you this week. Do you like mysteries? What mystery tropes do you like? Let me know in the comments down below. I host live streams every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Some of them are write-ins, some of them are Let's Talks. And remember folks, if you're curious about whether or not I can write, I have samples on my website, samanthaalnasset.com. If you just want to stalk my social media, that's cool too, at SamanthaLNasset on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook. That's all I got now. I post videos on Wednesdays. I hope to see you next time. Sam out! Don't like some of them? That's fine. Go make a list. Isn't not a redhead. Let's talk video. Redoing this. Everybody's dirty air is